Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley Sisters. I'm Jessica, also known as Naturally Nitty, and this is episode 269.
Wow. I
I know.
am Allena, also known as Starnets. Today is June 16th. This is our monthly podcast. If you're a first-time watcher, welcome. If you're a regular, thank you for coming back.
Yeah. So grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us.
Okay. So this normally we would do a planning podcast, but it's so late in the month of June. We're just gonna do a regular podcast. So do you have any mojo? Because I do not. I suck.
I said I did. Like, I finished a baby hat in May. What was that? It feels like forever ago. And handed it in. And I'm using my phone here, so I can't even show you a picture. And then I gifted it away. So it was just the Pearl Soho garter stitch ear flap hat that I've done a few of. And that's all it was, out of sock yarn. But yeah.
That's cool.
That's it.
Well, that's more than I have, so whatever. So, works in progress. I
Yes.
have
Well,
some too. Okay. So last month, which is why I don't have any finished objects, I started this shawl. It's the Raina shawl. And I turned it in for partial because I only got through 2 skeins, and this mashup that I spun was 3 skeins, and I was playing around with my drum carder when I first got it, and that's how I made it, with some fiber that I had and just like add-ins. Like, it has some bunny fur in there and all kinds of stuff. So I'm still working on it, trying to finish it. I'm actually at the last, so it goes like garter stitch and then like a lace and then garter stitch and then lace and garter stitch, and the lace gets longer each time. And I'm on the last one, but I don't have enough, I don't think, to finish. I need I have this much left. And I have probably 6 or 8 more rows in the garter stitch, in the mesh part. So I think I'm just gonna, after I finish this row, start the end series, which is like 3 or 4. Yeah. So
yeah, that's what I would do.
But I'm like using up all of the yarn. So and it calls for like a fingering weight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've made that pattern.
Yeah, well, this yarn is like probably worsted, so I'm using like size 10 or 11 needles. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Let me look. It should be written on here. It's not written on here. I don't know. But it's all in my show notes. And then I also pulled out this because every summer I do this. I want summer tanks. So I pulled out this. Whoops, I totally dropped it. Oh, and I'm ripping out stitches. I am so good at this. So I pulled out this pattern, like this. It's like a shell. Like, it's just a front and a back. I don't think it even has sleeves. By TL Yarn.
Oh, yeah, I made that one last summer, right?
Yeah, and this is as far as I got.
Summertime tank.
Yeah. So I don't even know if I do. I was like, I don't even know if I have the crochet hook with it, and I do. Wait, wrong way. So I do have the crochet hook, and this is as far as I am on the back. And I pulled that out to like try to finish it, so I have like a tank top to wear this summer. Mm-hmm. Because I have all these like patterns in my queue and yarn, like cotton yarn for these patterns in my queue, but I'm not actually doing them. So I pulled that out because that's the next thing I want to finish. Even though I have socks for Bella and socks for a stocking for Andy and a sweater for a vest for Andy and a rug and all kinds of things. I'm just going to try and finish my.
Those can wait for like colder days.
Yeah, I might pull out Bella's socks as well to take with me for like small time knitting, but yeah. But that's all that I have, like active works in progress, like knitting and crochet.
I'm currently working on my order mission, which I'm using some hand spun, and I am knitting the bandwidth shawl by I forget who it's by. I can look that up and put that in the show notes. But I actually spun this yarn last month, I think, or the month before, out of this lighting is like so crap right here. Out of my fractal packs. So if you can see, it starts out more purpley down here, and then it gets into blues. And the end of the ball of yarn is yellow.
Oh,
but it's
cool.
all fractal. So it kind of like fades into each other. As a fractal does. But anyways, so my fractal packs are a bat and then a set of Rolegs that you spin separately and then fly together. So that's what that is. Sorry, child just came in. Anyways, so it's basically garter stitch, and it's you increase on each end, and then the end section is a bit of lace-ish, but still in garter stitch. It's perfect for his son, or at least I think so. And it was like super simple, like you don't even have to think about it. Even this end lace section that I just started, I don't like this camera roll. Sorry, this pattern is all like pulled it up. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah,
if not, whatever. Go check it out. By Virginia Sattler Reamer, I think, if I'm saying that right. That's who the pattern's by. But yeah, very simple. It calls for it just says a 3-ply wool. I was thinking it was like ish, if not thicker. This is more like sport, maybe. I don't know. It's hand spun. But it calls for 2 skeins. So this was 8 ounces, and I'm hoping that I'll use most of it. We'll see. Yeah. But that's my order mission, which I don't even know when those are due. But I think I'll have it done on time. Yeah, and that's all I'm working on. May and June have been kind of pretty busy months, so that's it for me.
Okay.
Knitting wise, anyways.
Yeah. You spin me right round?
That's another story. I've been spinning some ingredient woven from Angel Locks Fiberworks that I got actually at a show with you. I spun Robin. On my day list, and I'm currently spinning another. I don't know if you can see that in there.
So you are frozen,
and I'm going to apply it, and that'll be. Oh.
I don't know if you can like refresh or anything. So we would love to see it, but it's frozen right now.
Spinning.
Okay. let's hope it can. We were having the stripey issue last time too. And it looks like she popped out. Hopefully she'll come back. So she's using her phone, or trying to. And yeah, there we go. So we're trying to use her phone. So that's why it's been a little wonky. There you go. You're not stopped anymore. So you can show us the bobbin.
It cut me out. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you saw that or not. So here's the bobbin. And then I also have started a second.
Cool.
It's not even a braid. Bit of wool, the second 4 ounces. And I'm hoping to get that finished for a class, because that's pretty much the only class I'm doing. Though Tour de Fleece is coming up, so maybe I'll have to send something like thick and quick or something, so I can have at least like 2 classes. I feel very like non-productive fiber-wise this month.
I am non-productive all the time, it seems like right now.
Also, so Joe was on Facebook Marketplace and saw that there was some free wool, raw wool, like in like one town over, like 15 minutes away. And he's like, hey, do you want this? And I was like, yeah. So we went and picked it up, and it turned out it is Southdown and Suffolk, 2 fleeces, just from a lady who had 2 sheep. And she's like, I tried processing it myself before and just don't really care for it. So she just gave it away for free. So I'm currently working through that, sorting through it. I washed up 1 batch already. And it's pretty nice, and I'm excited about it.
That's super awesome.
Yeah.
So I have processed Suffolk before, and it's really nice. I'm trying to think if I spun any of it. I don't see it. But and I've cleaned Southdown before. I haven't spun it yet, but it is very soft. And the fleece. What?
Go ahead.
I was going to say the Fleece and Fiber source book said that Southdown is really good for socks.
Yeah, I can't, from what I've looked at so far, it all looks kind of similar. So I might go back and ask her if they're like if they're both Southdown and Suffolk, or if one was one or the other, because I don't know. Like, it all looks kind of similar, so I don't know. We'll see. Or I'll just like wash it up and blend it all together and have like my own blend. But yeah, I remember reading that Southdown was.
Yeah,
I definitely want to try.
If it's like sweater
with it.
Quality.
But I have a lot of it so far. I think I weighed. Oh, I have some over there. I could go grab it real quick. About 2 pounds of it already is clean. So this is clean.
Oh, cool.
Clean-ish. There's like a little bit of VM in it and stuff, but oh, it's cutting me off again.
Oh, you're still going. I can see you. Did it kick you out? Let's see. It did. Frustrating. When technology doesn't work, it is so frustrating. Here she comes again. There you go.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
We saw the big bag of fiber, and that's it.
All right, so this is some of the clean stuff. It's turned out very white and springy and pretty soft. I mean, it's not like merino. I mean, it's soft to the hand, but you can tell it's not like super fine or anything, but it's still super soft. So I can see sweaters in my future and socks and all sorts of things. But yeah, maybe I'll card up some bats and make like sock bats or something for the shop.
That'd be fun.
Anyways,
So
that's all mine.
I have, so last month I spun this Hog Island, and this is the one of the Shave 'em to Save 'em breeds. I don't know if you can see that. And I did just 2-ply, and I got 164 yards and 10 wraps per inch. And I don't like this fiber. It's super rough. And you know, when you talk to people and they're like, oh, I'm alert, I don't like wool, it's scratchy. This is probably the wool they're talking about. It's horrible. But I mean, I tried them, you know, and it's, you know, it was worth trying for the Shave 'em to Save 'em. So this was last month's project that I turned in for May. And then I finished so I've been trying to process all of my Save 'em to Shave 'em, or all of my fleeces, because most of them are Shave 'em to Save 'em, some of them are not. But I had a Tunis fleece, which is also Shave 'em to Save 'em. And I had processed some, and I had like dyed a pound of it a couple of months ago. And then I processed it with silk and alpaca to make a blend, like a sweater quantity blend for like a pound and a couple of ounces. And so, but for the Shave 'em to Save 'em, you have to only use that wool. So I spun up, I made a couple of bats of this Tunis by itself. And I had 3, and it was about 4.5 ounces. And so I spun it up on 3 bobbins and did a 3-ply, straight up 3-ply. And I got 212 yards and 10 reps per inch. I'm guessing that's my like spinning numbers right now is 10 reps per inch. But this really was nice to spin. It was super fluffy. Like, it drafted really nicely. And because I processed it myself, there wasn't too much, but there was a little bit of vegetable like stuff in there, but it wasn't bad. Oh, and she left again. But I picked out what I could, and I really liked the Tunis. So I'm excited to spin the sweater stuff that I made. So that's exciting. So that's another Shave 'em to Save 'em that I finished because I was excited to finish another Shave 'em to Save 'em. So anyway, sorry. So I for that is my spinning. So for the Headmistress Challenge, you had to do like a seedling thing, and I said I wanted to process I have this blue Shetland, so it's like gray but it looks blue, and so like it's clean, but this I guess I didn't do a really good job when I picked through it, because like look at how much, like, do you see all that hay in it? So I'm just gonna end up throwing that part out because it's a lot. It's really hay-like. I have picked like half of it. Like this one is, I got into some of the hay, so I'm like gonna go through this and like throw some of it out because like this is like just so full of grass. I don't want to make that into a bat. But like these ones are nice. I don't know if you can see, it's like gray, but it's like super pretty. And I made one bat already. So this is my headmistress challenge, and I turned it in because you had to show like progress. But I need to finish processing it all and then spin a sample to finish my headmistress challenge. But that's all my You Spin Me Right round. And you're like frozen again. So I don't know if it'll refresh or not. Like I can hear you. I don't know. We're just having issues with StreamYard right now. It's not like connecting very well. So Jessica, you're like black. I don't know if you can even hear me. She did. So yeah, that's all I have for spinning. So then we would move on to binging. Sorry for the craziness of this episode. At least you can actually see Jessica this time instead of stripes. So now we're on binging.
I should talk that before it kicks me off again. So the girls and I watched through Dance Academy, which was, I think, on Amazon Prime. It was whatever. It was like little teenage whatever. All about dancing, which is kind of funny. And then Truman and I are watching some Mighty Duck show on Plus, along with Big Shot, which is another Disney Plus show, and High School Musical, the series. That's everyone that we're watching it with. Which I hate shows that come out one episode at a time. Like, it annoys me. I like to binge watch shows, right? And then we just started watching Friends with the girls, or I did. So we'll see how that goes. Listening wise, I started listening to Throwing Shade on Audible, which is like a magic-y thing with a lady in her, like, I think she's 40, but like an older woman. So that's nice to listen to it and not just have some young punk.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing. I love watching, but some.
Yeah. I started listening to this audiobook called Fringe Runner by Rachel Oakes. And it's okay. I couldn't really get into it. Like, it was interesting, but I couldn't get into it. So it's on hold right now. And then I started listening to Betwixt by Dorinda Jones. And that one I really like. She's like 40 something and inherited a house and found out she's a witch. It's crazy. I'm only like a little bit into it, so I haven't like really, I can't say yes or no to it yet. But so far it's good. And then I started reading another book by Elizabeth Hunter called Runaway Fate. And that book is it's like a companion series to the one Crystal Cove book that I read. Also, the woman is like in her 40s, and she just had like visions. So it's pretty cool. But I got that book free. I'm in a group on Facebook, Paranormal Women's Fiction, and the author was doing a giveaway, and I just like commented on it and I won. So I have it, and I'm actually like reading it on like my Kindle, which I haven't done very much. Yeah. So it's pretty good.
What was the title?
It's called Runaway Fate by Elizabeth Hunter. And then I have been watching Bones like nonstop. Like, I'm on season 9 or 10. And then just yesterday,
a good show.
Yeah, I'm rewatching Bones because I've seen it before. Just yesterday, Hulu got the Alone show, the new season of Alone. So I've been watching that like yesterday and today. And it's really funny because like Aspen loves it. Like he will watch Alone because I think it's because they're like talking to the screen and it's outdoors and he loves being outside. So I've been watching that. And then I've been also like binging Supernatural again to watch through it all the way. But that is it. I have been seriously like soloing it on like knitting, and normally I have a million projects going at the same time, and a million shows going at the same time. But I'm like seriously just one person, one show, one project. It's kind of funny. I'm changing. But those books are good. I started listening to books from the paranormal women's fiction because they're like women who are like over 40. And then because someone was saying like, why do all the 20-year-olds get powers when you're still not like really sure of yourself? And I mean, like,
Right.
I don't like reading those books because it's fun, but at the same time, like, it's funny because they're like, they have hot flashes and then like they get extra powers. It's kind of cool. I'm like, I kind of wish it worked that way because it would make going through menopause way easier. But I kind of like it too because they're like older. I mean, there's been a couple that I've read and I just really didn't like. So yeah. Like I was reading the Wisteria Witches ones, and I read the first one and it was kind of okay, like a nice beach read. And she's like 32. And I was reading those because they said it was kind of like Gilmore Girls, but like witchy Gilmore Girls. So it kind of was. But then, and I don't know if it was the narrator or the book, but then the second one I was reading, and I just got so annoyed. Like she was supposed to be a librarian. So she was intelligent enough to have a master's degree to be a librarian, but she was just so stupid at the same time. And just some of the stuff she did, it just really, I was just like, no, I can't handle this. And then like people would like ask her to do stuff, but they wouldn't tell her things. And like she was supposed to be learning how to be a witch from her aunt, and she wasn't telling her anything. And it was just really pissing me off because I'm like, you're not helping. So I stopped reading it. Like it pissed me off that much that I'm like, I'm not gonna finish this series. And I returned it to Audible and got my credit back because I didn't want to finish, so I was just pissed. But
makes sense.
I'm like super picky now about books I read. I used to just read books all the way through, but now I'm like, if I don't like it, I'm just like, no. So anyways, let's go on to random randomness. Sorry about my rant. So you had, and you're frozen again. What the heck? I will talk. So it's summertime. So Bella's out of school finally because she just got out of school last week. But Andy and Madison now are not, instead of working second shift, they're working during the day. So I'm babysitting during the day more. So it's like I'm trying to figure out how to do a schedule, but it works because Aspen will take a nap from 10 to 11ish, and then I get some stuff done, like small stuff, and then he gets up and we'll have lunch and we'll play outside, and then he takes a nap again from like 2 to 2 or 2:30. He'll take a nap till about 5. So then I have a good like 2.5 hours to like really get work done. So that works. And then everyone comes home and I have to make dinner and all that stuff. So that's summertime for me. But Andy and Madison will stop working. This is their last week of work. So then next week I'll have more time to do my work. But next week is also Zombie Knitpocalypse. So I'm kind of like stressing and freaking out about that. Not because I don't want to go, but because I don't really know anyone and I'm like nervous about it. And I know everyone will be nice, but I'm still
that's
nervous
normal, I think.
So yeah, but I'm excited about it too because it's like a week in Rochester by myself. I don't have to make dinner. I don't have to babysit. I can sit around and knit, which I was going to talk to you, Jessica, and see if we could meet up and see if I could borrow your mini e-wheel.
Oh yeah.
And try it out over that week. So I could just, instead of taking my huge wheel around, I could just have that mini wheel. So yeah, that's all my randomness though. So you can talk about your randomness.
Before it cuts me off.
I know.
So we've been outside a lot. It's been really hot. We got a new pool because our old one was holy and not small, but small-ish compared to our children's size. So we got that installed, which is nice. We've just been doing lots of garden stuff, got veggies planted. Gabe graduated at the end of May. We had a party for that. So like there's just been a whole lot going on, and I don't know, it just keeps going in the summer. So like you think summer's here and you can relax, but I don't know, I feel so busy. But it's a good kind of busy being outside and dirt therapy and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Shoot, I think it's cutting me off again.
You're kind of frozen.
Can you still hear me?
What? Yeah.
No, you're frozen.
Yes, we can. Oh, you're moving again.
Hello?
So can you not hear me?
Hello?
She cannot hear us. Can you hear me now? So while I think we could probably say goodbye, because it keeps cutting her out. And we will see you guys in next month. Oh, she's coming. She's going to come back and then we'll say goodbye. Let me click her on.
Hello.
So we're coming down to we have to figure out something. Maybe next month we'll just get together and video.
I don't know. This is ridiculous. I don't know why it's not working anymore. It's stupid. Yeah. So just summertime, busyness, but that's about it. Sorry, I keep cutting out.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll figure out something for next month. And we'll talk to you guys next month.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great summer or rest of June at least.